You on the outskirts of town, Romeo, save me. I love you and it's a love story, baby, just say.
Hold it till.
If you were ever coming around, I've been feeling I keep waiting for you. Romeo, save me.
Best part of the day. Actually, no, the beach was also the best part of the day. So it's a good day now.
This is my tablet. It just makes us look so tan this light.
I know. I mean, you look so tan. Yeah. I mean, next to Aaron, I'm like pretty tan. I had to take a few thumbnails.
Alright, I'll get my hoodie so we can all feel like.
Okay, I feel like that. Thank you.
I'm so excited to like journal right now.
I know, I need to actually start doing it better because I think it'll be helpful.
Vision boards, like there's some of the things I've saved so far.
This is so pretty. Oh my god, we just did that!
See? Vision board's not a bad idea, Danny.
I made a vision board this year, last year,
yeah.
sorry, and none of it came to fruition except my tattoo. That happened, but the rest of it was not a year.
Basically, I want to make a vision board this year, but Danny's worried that it's like superstitious because last year her vision board backfired essentially.
Yeah, it was a really
like things have already come true on my vision board.
true. Okay.
I don't even think it's about manifesting. I think it's just more about like, you know, things that you like.
Good morning. Welcome to a vlog for the first time in quite a while for these reasons. I'm currently just getting ready to do yet another forked up bike session. Let's go. I want to fill you guys in on just life lately and why I'm in a boot and haven't vlogged for a little bit. Okay. So, time for my story. I'm kind of procrastinating explaining everything right now. I look really tanned through the mirror. If you saw this vlog where I last raced, that was actually also the last time that I ran. So, throwback to my ankle being really bad after that, and I thought it would be, you know, like a week or two. It has now been 6 weeks. And it's literally just still been in pain. If you saw the vlog after that, I did get an MRI that said it was literally just inflammation, but every single time I've tried to run, it's been hella pain through my ankle joint. Right now we're thinking it's like maybe bone bruising or something like that because there's no like damage on a scan. December was a very, very, very mentally challenging time. I was pretty depressed. It is now the start of January. December's my favorite month of the year. I love that time of the year. It's just, you know, good vibes. Obviously, it's the middle of the athletic season and I was so excited for December because it was going to be like a month of just being a full-time athlete. I didn't have exams or anything to worry about because I have a break this summer. I have 6 weeks before I start placement for 6 months. So I'll be like working full-time for 6 months, which actually is starting now in like 10 days. I was really gutted about that kind of break, being depressed the whole time, but at the same time I'm like, it's done now, there's no point dwelling on that more. But yeah, basically the whole month was really challenging because I was missing races and I was hoping each week it would get better, and then when it wasn't, I then was stressing about the whole season, which still kind of am, but at this point I just want to be able to run again. And it's also just been really hard because I opened my season, you know, with PBs, was finally running the best I've run in years, and then this setback happened. So I did spiral a lot, and yeah, I did lean on the people around me a lot, and like Michael has been so supportive and he's really helped me get through this time a lot. I was so excited to be vlogging over the summer, and I just was so low that I didn't, and I just was like, I didn't put the pressure on myself. But now I'm kind of, you know, I want to do some more vlogs. I thought I'd do a little vlog to update you guys on this. So yeah, I had a nice little morning with Danny. It's been so lovely that we live together. Like, it's the best time of our lives, but also it's been like the worst month of our lives. She's also been injured and it's just been really hard. So yeah, I'm trying to be more optimistic now, and I have started journaling this year. It's something I've always like in the past been like, I'm gonna start journaling, and I never do, but I'm actually trying to commit to using it as a tool, because obviously not obviously, but my biggest thing with like trying to get better and better myself is, I guess, anxiety and how I deal with my emotions and spiraling too much. So I'm trying to use journaling as a tool to just process emotions better. And so yeah, I'm trying to like commit to doing that more, and I think it's been good so far, but it's, you know, the first few days of the year. And yeah, just as my coach said, just ride the wave. So I'm trying to just ride this wave of not knowing, of this big setback in the middle of a very good season. And I just had hoped that in December my aims were to run, you know, like 55 in the 4, sub, or like 60 point or sub in the 4 hurdles, and I was like on track to do that. And then this happened, and it really I mentally just didn't handle it well. But I think as well, like, now I'm trying to be more positive and move forward, talk about it, process it better, and it is part of being an athlete. So at first I was very resistant to, like, I'm very much the type of person where I'm like, if something happens to you, make everything happen for a reason. Like, what is your reason? Are you going to learn something from it? Are you going to become better? In what way from it? Are you going to gain gratitude from it? And for the first few weeks I was like, stuff that, this just sucks and I feel shit. But now I'm like, okay, well, what am I going to gain from it? So yeah, trying to just like use it as learning and become a stronger, more mentally resilient person and athlete, and just learn takeaways from it for, like, you know, in future I won't race on a bad ankle. In future I'll know what that pain feels like if it is like bone bruising kind of thing, because I've had lots of injuries before, but never something so random like this. I've been smashing myself with cross training and trying to stay as fit as I can, biking, pool, gym, ropes, AMRAPs. Yesterday I did the most cooked AMRAP, and I surprisingly did not wake up wrecked, because I did 50 chin-ups in the space of 30 minutes, amongst other things, and I had the biggest arm pump of my life, and I didn't wake up sore. So I've been trying now to use the next few days I have before placement starts to, you know, make content. I've been starting up my Whole Food Gram Instagram again, and, you know, putting effort into that. So trying to use the time like as I wanted to do lots of things, rather than, you know, most of December I literally was like crying every single day. But anyway, we move. That was my little update on what's going on. I actually do have a sports doctor appointment this afternoon, and I was put in a boot this week because basically we were like 6 weeks. The thought was it's been 6 weeks and it's still in pain, so maybe we need to be a bit more aggressive with offloading it a bit. So I can't water run now. I can still bike, so I'm gonna go bike now, and then early this hour I do have the sports doc, so we'll see what they have to say. But that's my little story. sitting out here the entire session. It was so dumb of me. But also like, trust that I did that. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to balance the camera, and meanwhile I'm like sweating so much. Okay, I'm drowning in sweat. Perth weather for cross training in gym with no aircon. Yeah. I'm having my little post-workout beverage, the rest of my post-workout beverage from the other day. Trying to fuel good and better. My stuff is crack. Michael put me onto this. He also put me onto the no added sugar oat. They both have 30 grams of protein. I made a post on my dietetics whole food gram account why milk drinks are great for post-workout recovery, but also just other post-workout foods. Whew. I'm also trying to feel better because I've been using a lot of energy smashing myself cross training, and I've obviously openly talk about all these things, so I'm gonna openly talk about this. I'm going to openly talk about this. I've just been getting like a little bit too lean, and I haven't had a period since I ran my PB, which was October, so like 3 months. In saying that, like, I obviously regained my period last year for the first time, and it was like, she wasn't like, you know, she wasn't elite yet, but I obviously like I'm injured at the moment. Not that it's a bone injury, it was from racing. You gotta fuel, otherwise you risk everything. This is so tasty. So I'm I'm in my bagel era. Me and Danny are in our bagel era. We have been going on the hunt. We were on a quest to find like the best bagels, so it's like, you know, really fun for us to go out and get bagels together. And then lately we've been in our bagel making errors at home, so I've been doing a little bagel series for content for my whole food gram account. So I'm going to try a new recipe for that today. I'm going to do like a tofu roast pumpkin roast capsicum hummus situation, like vibes. When I say roast air fried, same thing. And then I have my sports doc appointment, so I've got just over an hour before I leave, so I'm going to do some editing for a little bit first, a voiceover for a reel, some whole food gram posts, then I'll do my bagel and I'm going to film that for like another reel, and then sports doc time. So that's the plan. I just booked a psych session with a uni psych who I started seeing for a little bit last year, and the last time I saw her was May. I was seeing her for my anxiety, and then I stopped because I was too anxious to not study. Anyway, so the last month I've been talking to, like, you know, my coach, physio, and Michael a lot about seeing a sports psych because I've really not been dealing with this injury the last month. So can't afford a sports psych, but because I have the access to the free uni psych, I was like, I really need to make the effort to do that again. So I had to do a bit of a fit change because, guys, I was smelling like I'd done an hour bike session. I really need to have a shower, but I'm not going to before my sports doc appointment because I am doing a double day today. So I have gym again in the Arvo. So I just put on a new fit to, you know, to respect the sports doctor. I was air frying stuff for my bagel and I overdid it, and this is my pumpkin capsicum. It's so slay. Oh, let's not break another camera. There we go. It is bagel time! I'm going to make my little reel for Instagram. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I think I enjoy the process of making the reel just as much as having the bagel. I'm really happy with how this turned out because the one I tried yesterday, this like falafel one, I tried to put way too much on it and it like fell apart. But this one, she's looking fucking good. I have a lot of other bagel ideas I want to try, so stay tuned on my Whole Food Gram Insta account because I'm going to do like a bagel series and just keep posting reels of different, like, not recipes because it's literally just like putting things on it, but like combos. It was really good. I'm loving the roast capsicum pumpkin tofu combo. I don't know if hummus was the right choice for it though, but I can't think of anything I think would go better with it. I feel like, maybe tzatziki would have, Anyway, still slayed, still good. I rate it. I gotta leave for the sports stop. 9 minutes, so I really did spend more time making this reel than I will be eating it for. Almost 2 hours later. If you're not waiting for an hour, is it really a sports doctor? He was so lovely and he literally bulk billed me and that was free, and I'm like screaming and crying. Bless his soul. Alright, I'm heading to the gym, so I'll update you guys on what we talked about. So basically, I have been in and out of sports doctors, had an MRI, you know, the last couple of weeks because I have not been able to run without a shit ton of pain since that race in my ankle joint, but it felt like it was improving. I don't know, it's so complicated. Anyway, basically when I had my MRI, it literally just came up with inflammation. The only thing that they said was there was just inflammation. There was no damage, and I was like, okay, cool. But then because it didn't settle, I had a cortisone injection, and that was before Christmas, and a week later I was allowed to try jogging, and it still was way too painful to run. And mind you, throughout this whole time, my mental health throughout the last 4 weeks has been through the fucking ringer. She's been in the wars. Big shout out to Michael, Christy, and also Danny, because mate, like, they really pulled me through. There was a few days where Michael was the person that did get me out of bed because I was really just giving up. Basically he looked through the MRI. He was like, look, there's no damage. It is just inflammation. And something the other sports doc brought up and he also agreed with was that because I have Crohn's, I don't know if I mentioned that I found out I had Crohn's. I think I did in a vlog. If I didn't, shoot me. No, if I didn't, well, I found out I have Crohn's, but it's like super mild. Like, the only thing I get affected by is being iron deficient, because I'm like bleeding in my gut, so I'm not absorbing iron and I'm losing iron. But anyway, so I got an iron transfusion for that. But infusion. Iron infusion. Another thing that can be caused by Crohn's is, or not caused by Crohn's, but an effect of Crohn's is like uncontrolled joint inflammation and something called reactive arthritis. And he thinks that my joint is just like the inflammation is just taking a long time to settle because of that, which like I thought that was the case like 3 weeks ago, and then when it took longer than 3 weeks I was stressing out. But he did make me do a hop on it and it was feeling a lot better since wearing the boot for the last few days. So I'm thinking that it might actually just be taking a long time and it's going to be okay. It's just been like something I'm gonna have to learn to deal with. Anyway, something that Michael said was, look, maybe you are experiencing this so you know this pain, so later on in your career when there's like big meets or important events, you like know when to stop, or you know what is happening, kind of thing. I guess you have to always look at situations like that. Basically, I just got to keep doing what I'm doing because I've already had a cortisone shot, so he doesn't want to give me another one. So he was like, just stick at taking anti-inflams, deep heat, stay in the boot for a week. He was like, boot for a week, just because you paid for it and it's settling it. And then next weekend I can start to try and like reload it and start the process of reloading it. So I'm fucking hoping, because the amount of times I've been told wait a week and reload and it's been bad, I'm hoping that this is it, this is the one, and I can start properly reloading, because girly, I have a late season comeback to make and I want to still get my goal of sub 60 in the hurdles. And look, if it doesn't happen this season, we've had a big setback, but if it does happen this season, which like fuck I hope it will, then like that's mega slay of me to have done that with this fat setback of not being able to run for 7.5 weeks. Anyway, that was my little update. I'm on my way to my gym / show, so I'll see you guys there. Like the end won't give, comes to an end, and I'll make it through. Gym time, I will add. I know I'm being very talkative and positive in this vlog, and it's really because I'm, you know, changing around my mindset and forcing it. And the last month has been the opposite of this, so it's really time that I'm like, you know, yeah. My baby's here. Danny in the vlog again. we were just talking about being on the same wavelength, like scarily, like the universe.
Yeah, all the same things happening to us at like similar times.
Because my injury is so random. Like it's not like Danny's injury was like, you know, she's in a boot for this, not in a boot.
But a stress fracture, like
it's like this many weeks before you get MRI and you can like reload. And mine was like up in the air. And part of it was like, what if I'm just injured when Danny's injured and it's gonna recover when she does? The sports doc literally said like 1 more week in the boot and then try reload.
And I'll be reloading next week, hopefully, because I got my sport doc appointment on Tuesday.
Like,
timing is weird.
Timing do be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. How good does that bowl look? Okay, I've just come to my room to do a little outro. I'm just gonna have a chill night in, have my dinner, and then just chill. It's not a what I eat in a day, by the way. This vlog was quite chaotic. I'm feeling the chaotic energy. I don't know, because like the last month I was definitely, yeah, mentally in not the best place. Something I really struggled with being injured and like not knowing when I could run again was that not only is it like the biggest part of my life being an athlete and doing athletics, but it's a big part of my identity as well. And obviously injury and cross training is all part of that, but having such a strong start to the season and then having such a big setback and not knowing what, you know, is happening and missing races and then, you know, yeah, all of it really affected me, yeah, in terms of like, yeah, my mental health. And I'm doing a lot better now, like hence why I'm like, you know, putting the effort to vlog and like being more optimistic and moving forward. But yeah, it is something that is an issue for me. It's something I need to work on, like struggling when things aren't going well physically, you know, with my performance or injury or whatever. So yeah, I feel like it's just been chaotic trying to like explain that and then deal with like kind of the wave of emotions of like the last month, and even like sometimes a bit now when I was going through this quite heavy wave of depression. It would really ebb and flow throughout the day. There was definitely more ebbs where I'd have longer periods, but I would have moments where I would be okay and I'd be like, no, you know, I think like I know it's gonna get better, like I need to be optimistic, things will improve. But there was so many low periods where I was just so flat and just felt quite distressed, and the amount of bike sessions that I just dragged myself through. I flogged the bike sessions, but I was just feeling, yeah, so low. And then the rest of the day it would be mostly lows with that ebb and flow. Now I'm definitely coming out of that into the more like, you know, move forward kind of thing. But yeah, just how much I spiraled from this setback was not healthy. So it's something I do think it's something I need to improve at, but you know, we're all getting better. I'm looking and feeling dead. I'm getting dead energy. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at. Feeling chaotic. Sorry about the randomness of this vlog being MIA. I have been regularly updating my Instagram, so you know, follow the journey there, and I'm gonna try to keep doing that vlog here and there every now and then. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please give us a like and subscribe to my channel, follow my Instagram, and I'll see you in the next one. Ebony just texted saying, relief, I thought it may be arthritis. And I'm like, me being fucking 24 with arthritis. Hey, good night, love you.
Love you too.